10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So there's this trade city on the western coast of modern-day Malaysia, just below the major continent of Asia. The city of Malacca was a sultanate in the 15th century, but wasn't independent until the 20th century. Their coordinates are 102 east and 2 degrees north, but their Independence Day isn't on July 4th. On the 31st of August, they became their own, and that's when their history was set in stone. In the late 1400s, the Moluccans had a lot to wage. This is why it was called their Golden Age. From 1400 to 1511, everyone that died went up to heaven. Strait of Malacca was the root of their trade, so strong no one wanted to even catch that fate. In 1511, the Portuguese invasion cut off trade for all those South Asians. 130 years later, the infiltration by the Dutch got the Moluccans asking them how much. This time fast forward 180 years, and British control put the Moluccans in tears. In 1942, the Japanese occupied chalked that up as a fourth reason to cry. Now those tears were short-lived because in 1963, they became a country and they were set free. Malacca, Malaysia, that's Southeast Asia. They are a trade city and they're not that itty-bitty. They've invaded and occupied multiple times, but they didn't put up with these horrible crimes. They found a way to outsmart these evil invaders and put themselves on the list of world elite traders. In between the Strait of Malacca and the Gulf of Thailand, this country doesn't always have that good dry land. Within 50 years of establishing their own port, they became the most influential player in the Asian court. In the middle 1400s, they became a Muslim kingdom. This united them to become a leader in income. So here is the story of Malacca. I'm gonna try to rap this verse like Waka Flocka. Parameswara was a prince fleeing from the Japanese flood all the way to the island of Timothy. He made himself a king and then threw him out before he even said a thing. They quickly settled on another island, but huge lizards already had claimed that land. Then moved on and built a fortress with all his brawn. It collapsed during construction and wasn't hit by any sort of flood. He moved on from the spot and it got really hot, so he started hunting at the mouth of a river. Suddenly one of his dogs had started to quiver. A mouse deer had kicked it in the side. Astonished by the mouse deer's huge stride, he stood under a tree named Malacca and built the city that would soon rival Dhaka.
They had enough dried fish to grant their own wish. They also had a lot of tin that came from within. Yeah, that's true. The cow goes moo. The next export was beef, and their main belief? It was Islam, not because they were beneath Vietnam.
Hey, what'd they even sell there?
They weren't a center for domestic products, but everything that came through gave them big buck.
Don't even breathe.
Their ethnic composition was 63% Malay. Yo, this wasn't even their heyday. A quarter of the population is Chinese. This brat better get us more than a couple of bees. The rest of the percentage is Indian and Portuguese. By the bars we're spitting, they're stronger than Hercules. Malacca, Malaysia, the southeast of Asia. They are a trade city and they're not that itty-bitty. They've been invaded and occupied multiple times, but they didn't even put up with those horrible crimes. They found a way to outsmart these evil invaders and put them on the list of the world's elite traders. In between the Strait of Malacca and the Gulf of Thailand, the country always doesn't have that good dry land. Within 50 years of establishing their port, they became the most influential players in that region port. In the middle of 1400s, they became a Muslim kingdom that united them to become a world leader in income,